good morning. I hope that you're all well and that you had a very Merry Christmas. Ray and I have had a fabulous week. We celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary and Ray's 75th birthday. We had a party at one of our favourite hotels and restaurants, and we just had such fun celebrating with friends and dear ones. Unfortunately, Ray and I have both come down with a cold. I suppose it was inevitable after mixing with so many people. Ray's actually tucked up in bed. He was meant to be playing golf today in a competition, but there's no way he could do that. I think I'm going to spend most of the day curled up on the sofa in front of the wood burner with some Lemsip. In the UK, if you've got a cold or flu, you take Lemsip. It's very comforting. Lots to talk about in today's video. We've got the results for the giveaway for the Blue Ribbon Sampler book, and we're going to hold a live draw to see who has won Lily Thurza-Edwards and Phoebe Souters. I'm also going to reveal the two samplers that can be won on the 26th of December 2023 to celebrate Hat's 8th birthday. But today we're celebrating Hat's 7th birthday. I can't believe that Hands Across the Sea Samplers has been established now for 7 years. And what a wonderful journey we have had. And what's made it so amazing is that you've all been travelling on that journey with us. Sandra and I, we have had so much pleasure, and Lisa, who joined us as a co-designer, is getting the same amount of pleasure as Sandra and I are as well. So thank you to each and every one of you that has made the 7th anniversary of Hats possible. So thank you. Okay, on our birthday we normally have a special release. Now, we did have a really gorgeous, unique sampler to release today, but unfortunately there's been a slight delay in everything being ready to launch that sampler, and we want to be able to have all the materials that you need to stitch this sampler available. So there's just a few little things that have to slot into place, and we will be announcing a release of a very beautiful sampler, maybe about the 3rd week of January. We'll keep you up to speed with that. But we still have something really lovely to share with you today. And we've got two releases. One is a brand new release, and the other is a sampler that we released during lockdown as a PDF. I've had so many requests to release Ruth Bates as a printed booklet. Well, her booklet is now available for those who like to stitch from booklets. Now, you may be thinking that Ruth is familiar. Well, it's because Ruth Bates is connected to Anne and Isabella Uffendell. So if you've stitched one of the Uffendell sisters, or both of them, you may wish to add this sampler to your collection. Ruth Bates' aunt, Elizabeth Bates, oh, that's a heavy sampler. She taught her niece, Ruth, and she taught Anne and Isabella Uffendell. It's lovely when you make connections. Ruth is available in an A4 booklet with centerfold, and her story is all there for you, and she's very clearly charted to make it easy on the eye to stitch. and she comes with a bookmark and label. So that's now available in needlework stores throughout the world as a printed booklet. The charts arrived with our distributors a little while ago, so she is in the stores now for you, or from the Hats website. And if you want to stitch her from a PDF, that's available on the Hands Across the Sea Samplers website as well. Now, we do have a brand new release to the market, and it is a darling little sampler, Elizabeth Garrett. Here she is. Elizabeth is a sampler from Norfolk. Very, very pretty, and I was so thrilled with the reproduction of this sampler. The linen was such a perfect choice to the original. Now, unfortunately, I can't share the original with you because it has gone into the collection of a notable Norfolk collector. Very, very pretty sampler. I loved some of these dividing bands. Very interesting to stitch. I stitched this sampler and I enjoyed every single stitch. And of course, this is a very old sampler. It's 1799. When I first saw the sampler, I thought that her name was Elizabeth Garrett Wells, and then I realised that Wells was a place. It was Elizabeth Garrett, and she stitched it in Wells on March 3rd, 1799. I then thought, excuse me, Wells was in Somerset, but Wells is also in Norfolk, and the Garrett family came from Norfolk. The stitch count of the sampler is only 127 stitches by 110, and you will only require one spool or skein of floss when working on 36 to 56 count linen, and on 28 to 32 count linen you will require 2 skeins of soie d'argent or DMC. The linen is lichen by Tabby Cat linen. If you stitched her on 28 count, which is 14 count Aida, she is Aida friendly, she will be 9.07 inches by 7.86 inches. If you stitched her on 36 count linen, 18 count Aida, she will be 706 inches by 6.11 inches. And on 46 count linen, 5.52 by 4.78. Very, very pretty sampler, and she is stitched entirely in cross stitch over 2. Let's have one more little look at that sampler. Loved all the crowns, I loved all the geometric shapes. A very quick stitch, and one that would make a lovely blessing sampler for the month of January. Elizabeth is available on the Hands Across the Sea Samplers website as a PDF or a printed booklet, or as a booklet from stores around the world. Now, a heads up, I know that the attic has Elizabeth Garrett all kitted up. They have the silks and they have the fabric. So if you would like to stitch Elizabeth in the month of January, the attic have all the supplies ready to ship now. And if you are going to the Sampler Symposium in January, I will have the model of Elizabeth with me, and also the model of Ruth Bates as well for you to see. It's not long now. My suitcases are out and I'm starting to put things in ready to go to the symposium. I cannot wait to present my 2 samplers and the talk that goes with them. Okay, so what's been happening? Well, I've only had one sort of like goodie come through, because the UK has suffered very badly over the last few weeks with postal strikes. I should have had some more things arrive, but this is the only thing that's arrived, but they're absolutely adorable. They're thread holders. I love this donkey. I think he's my favourite. They're made of wood, and you've got plenty of holes to store your threads. This one is adorable as well. And then we have this funny little girl, a Tudor little girl by the look of her hair and her dress. You get very a good number of holes to store your threads on that one. And then if you like dogs, little pug-faced dogs, there's this one as well. Now, these came from Deborah Darling, and I bought them on Etsy. So Deborah, D-E-B-O-R-A-H, Darling. And they are a darling little thread holder, each and every one of them. Okay, so let's talk about the giveaway and the draw. Now, with the giveaway, we had lots and lots of entries. The giveaway is for the booklet of the Blue Ribbon Sampler. The proviso with this giveaway is whoever wins this booklet, they cannot sell the booklet. The booklet can only be passed on, not sold for money. The booklet can come back to me and I will hold another giveaway, or the person who wins it can hold a giveaway or gift it on. Now, yesterday we had Christmas lunch with our honorary little family in Cornwall, and I asked the girls if they would browse through the comments and pick a winner. And they came running in to me to say that they had chosen a winner, and I asked them what made them pick this particular one, and they said the word slangvar, which I think means maybe cheers or good wishes or something like that. I think it's something that you say when you make a toast in Scotland. The winner is Louisa Sharp, and she said, this is so hard to choose, so I will go with the one I'm stitching, which is Maria Vincenza Lerici, 1837. I love the different borders, and she's a red sampler. What more can I say? Merry Christmas to one and all, Slangvar. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly, but that's the one the girls chose. So Louisa, you have won the Blue Ribbon Sampler book. Congratulations. Now, we have the draw for Phoebe Suitors and Lily Thurza Edwards. Gosh, this sun's shining in now. Phoebe is the first prize and Lily is the second prize. Now, this draw was announced on the 26th of December 2021, and it was for everybody who finished a Hands Across the Sea Samplers in the year 26th of December 2021 to the 25th of December 2022. And to enter this draw, you had to send a photograph of your finishes to the hats.competitions@gmail.com email address. Now, I had some entries that did not have photographs. I emailed those people asking them to send photographs, and the ones that did not reply with photographs unfortunately have not been entered into the draw. You need to send a photograph to show that you have finished the sampler. So we had 365 valid entries for the draw, and it was wonderful to see, and I thoroughly enjoyed going through looking at the photographs of all the finishes. So now we are going to make the draw. I have chosen a random number generator. I'm going to ask this random generator to pick two numbers, and I must say that if the two numbers that are drawn are for the same person, I will redraw the second prize, because I only want a prize to go to, I don't want two prizes going to the same person. I think that's fair. So we have in here 1 to 365, and I'm asking it to pick two numbers. Before I started to record this video, I did put the list of the valid entries with the corresponding number on my hat's Facebook page. So let's press this and see what numbers come up. It's number 215 and number 10. So let's have a look and see who has won which sampler. So 215 is Laurie S, and Laurie stitched Jane Milner. Congratulations, Laurie. Now, who has won Lily? It's number 10, and that is Amy S for stitching Amy Can. Congratulations to both of you. Please, when you email me with your address, email address and telephone number, and I will get both of these samplers packed up and booked into the couriers to be collected on Wednesday. Today and Tuesday is a national holiday in the UK, so Wednesday is the first working day. Now, we always have a little extra drawer, which is a gift certificate for the person who has finished the most samplers in the year. And I think this might be the third or the fourth year running. It goes to Stephanie M, who stitched, I believe, an amazing 21 finishes. So Stephanie, I will be sending you a voucher for £21 to spend on the Hats website. Now, the draw for next year, for our next birthday, our 8th birthday, we have two beautiful samplers to be won. The first sampler is the original Annie Bayliss, God Save the Queen, and the second sampler to be won is Mary Woodward. This is a darling of a sampler. I'm so sorry about the light. The sun is flooding in. As I'm stood up, I can see out of the window hundreds of people gathering on the beach below. On Boxing Day, it's a tradition here that people run into the sea without a wetsuit on, and they have to totally submerge themselves in the cold water, and it's all done for charity. It's 5 to 11 at the moment. In 5 minutes, a horn will sound and they will all run into the water. Oh, makes me feel cold thinking about it. Anyway, I got diverted there, didn't I? Okay, so to go into the draw for Annie and Mary, you need to send in photographs of some Hands Across the Sea samplers that you finish from today to the 25th of December 2023. Good luck, everybody. Somebody's going to win those samplers, and it could be you. Okay, I think that sort of rounds it up for today. I am actually feeling a little bit better having done the video. It sort of perked me up a bit. I was feeling very achy and sorry for myself this morning. Okay, congratulations, Laurie and Amy, and I hope that everybody will enjoy Elizabeth Garrett. She is a really super little sampler. Happy New Year to everybody. Bye.